These folks, they got a lot of nerve. They leave this big mess and suddenly they're complaining about how fast we're cleaning it up. And I'll tell you what we don't need to do right now. We don't need politicians who are more interested in scoring points than solving problems. We don't need politicians who are offering the same answers that got us into this mess in the first place. We don't need politicians who'd rather sit on the sidelines and point fingers than offer any answers, any real solutions. We've had enough of those kinds of politicians in Trenton and in Washington. We don't need any more. What we need are leaders that are committed to moving this country forward, moving this state forward. That's the kind of leader John Corzine is. That's why he's here. Let me say something about John the man, because we served together in the United States Senate, and I learned what kind of man he is. I learned about his service as a United States Marine. I learned about Semper Fi. I learned about how he was born into a middle-class family, how he worked his way up, how he's committed to giving every American the same opportunities he had. John Corzine was one of the best colleagues I had in the Senate. And he's one of the best partners I have in the White House. John and I worked together to enact a Recovery Act that's making a meaningful difference for families in New Jersey and across America. I want you to understand this. Because of the Recovery Act, we've prevented the police officers and firefighters Americans rely on from being laid off across this state and across this country. We put a middle-class tax cut in the pockets of 95% of hard-working families. That includes 3 million hard-working New Jersey families. We increased and extended unemployment insurance for 12 million Americans to help them weather this economic storm, including 600,000 men and women in this state. We made COBRA 65% cheaper, so if you've lost your job, you still got your health care while you're looking for a new one.